Her incredible ability to hang on that note, just such a pure tone. Man, that was so great. Hello and welcome to my channel. I am your host and Baron of the Broken Chord, Ken Levine. I'm a singer and vocal coach here on YouTube, and today is Wednesday. That means World Wednesday, where we look at singers from across the globe and find out what makes them so unique and interesting. So today is a special request coming via my Wizio page, and this is a request to listen to a singer by the name of Ofra Haza. She's an Israeli singer who was popular in the 80s and 90s, and this is her song, Jerusalem of Gold. And actually, it's not her song. It's a cover of the famous song Jerusalem of Gold, written in 1967. And I'm fascinated. I want to have a listen to this incredible singer. I'd like to remind you all to please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell, do all the YouTube-y stuff, and then we can get started. Okay. I hear no audio yet. Wow, what a beautiful instrument. What a beautiful vocalist. I'm always impressed by vocalists who start their song a cappella without any accompaniment. Sometimes you can end up way off pitch, but she's perfectly in tune, not a sour note anywhere there. Lots of ornamentation. You can hear those runs and trills and grace notes, and that's, I guess, very idiosyncratic of this particular style of singing. She's singing in Hebrew, I believe. Very pure, easy vocal placement. What a pure tone on that top note. Okay, so we've had a couple of verses of her vocals so far, and I'm noticing, a nice, solid technique and beautifully placed, forward placement, almost verging on sort of a nasality that is inherent, I think, in the language. But and that's, of course, nasality is sometimes a function of many languages, and I'm not necessarily 100% sure when it comes to singing in Hebrew, because I've never done it before, whether that is idiomatically correct to have a little bit of nasality in the tone. But you can hear when she reaches up for those top tones, they're so pure and effortless and require a tremendous amount of breath control, which seems to be just effortless for her. I wish that when they were mixing this audio, now this is obviously a really old recording, so maybe they didn't have access to all of the technological gizmos that we have access to now as recording engineers and audio engineers. That particular part of the song where you have all of these wonderful runs and sort of ornamentations in and around the notes weren't so clearly articulated, only because they placed the vocal pretty far back in the mix and just amped up the reverb. And that is an effect that can sometimes, well, it just takes the vocal, makes it less present. And I understand why they would do that artistically. It kind of makes sense, but her voice is so pure and beautiful. I would love it to be more in front of all of the other stuff that's happening within this song. But that's just a matter of personal taste, and obviously you may disagree and may think that it's absolutely right. Her vocal should fade back into the background, but I would love to have had a little bit more clarity listening to some of those runs, because they were really quite interesting. Let's see, back up here a little bit here. Very fast vibrato. Okay, we'll continue on. Let's see if she does that again. I love that. There's something really angelic about this voice that is so pure. There's like an innocence about the voice. My parents' favorite singers that comes out of the same sort of era, and it's just reminding me a lot of Nana Mouskouri, and again, totally different singers, totally different voices, but I'm getting that sort of vibe here. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, okay, so here we get a lot of these guttural consonants, which is really tough to do and make sound musical. So I remember one particular masterclass where I was singing in German to a native German speaker, and I was singing Schubert or something. He says, "Wonderful, you're sounding great. However, you sound angry." And I was like, "But this is a happy song." He says, "Yes, you're overemphasizing the guttural letters." So in German, like the most common one would be if you were to say, "I love the music of Bach." And that sort of, what do you call it, a velar consonant. And in Hebrew, I believe there are like 6 different guttural consonants, maybe more, I don't know. But she's approaching them so beautifully and so sensitively, like chan da dan dan chan dan di di. I admire that tremendously, to be able to make something that is, those velar consonants, which aren't necessarily, they don't lend themselves to be particularly musical. I mean, you could do a voiced velar consonants, and the closest thing that I can ever come up with in English would be that song in Roy Orbison's Pretty Woman, which is sort of a uvular fric. I'm just really, really impressed with how she can handle those consonants and make them beautiful and inviting and take you on the ride of the story that she's trying to create, and just be so inviting.
צורבת השפתיים כנשיקת זרף אם אשכחך ירושלים אשר כולה זהב ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור הלא לכל שירייך אני כינור ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור הלא לכל שירייך
Right in the center of the tone. Ah, sweet. Oh, I got shivers on that last note. Whoa. Is she gonna sing it again? Wow, that last note, I gotta hear that again. Where was that? What was she? Oh, there we go. Yeah, somewhere in there. Incredible breath control. Okay, so one of the things that I love about this and love about this singer, and thank you so much for requesting me to have a reaction to Ofra Haza, her incredible ability to hang on that note, and you know that at some point she's going to add a little bit of color or vibrato at the end of it, but just such a pure tone. That is such a wonderful technique. If you do have the ability to sing in that upper register and just hold that note in such a pure way, man, you're suspended in midair, just as you're waiting for that note to, where is it going to go? How is she going to color it? Man, that was so great. I'm looking forward to discovering more of her singing in the future. If you have any requests, you can send them via my Wizio page, and I'd be happy to review and react to your favorite singer. I'd be more than happy to do that. You can contact me. Be sure to leave a link in the description. And of course, as always, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the great content that we produce here every week on the channel. So if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.